Hi guys, this is me, Rusty78609 in Central Texas, USA, making my usual fashion statement in my lime green shirt in my 2013 Jayco J-Flight RV travel trailer that I've lived in for several years. I have lived in RVs for almost 30 years, believe it or don't. It's 7:13 a.m. Central Standard Time on July the 24th, 2017. And I'm still here. But anyway, we're going to do some comments. I got a lot. And I like it. So let's go down here several hours ago and we'll start backwards. Okay. Okay, here we go. We'll start with Matt. Matt, this is about tiny homes. It says, in Alabama, some senior citizens get a property tax exemption, so you don't have to pay any tax each year on property. Well, we get a similar thing here in Texas. If you have a homestead exemption and you're a senior citizen, what happens is your taxes don't increase from age, I don't know, 65 on. PJ Bikerful left a link to Alpine, Texas. Thank you, PJ, for all of your links. That's very helpful. This is Danny on RV, tiny home, place to put them, I think. Well, good afternoon. I've always liked a Van Horn area, even with a lot of these areas, if you have a big enough, peaceful, and you do not need septic tank. Voice to text did not work that time. Okay, Danny. Yeah, Van Horn area, they got a lot of vacant land. I don't know how expensive it is. Probably can't be much because it's out in the middle of nowhere in Texas. This is Joyce on tiny homes. I have seen people build homes out of these. This is the containers, and they make great homes. They take a lot of remodeling, but they are great when done. Lots of hard work. I saw a family put them underground, and it was a beautiful home. So it can be done. Thanks for sharing, Joyce. Yeah, those containers, I just happened to see them, and I thought, I remember that people are interested in them, so I went over and did a short video, and yeah, it turns out a lot of people are interested in that. And yeah, it would take a lot of work, though. It would, and I'm not, no, don't even dream it. Yeah, put some wheels on it, pull it down the highway. PJ Frog, comment call. All you guys and gals who love Rusty's channel and who can't send Rusty a big check to help him out can do the following. It is my understanding that if you will watch the entire advertisement before he comes on, he gets paid a little more than hitting the skip ad button. This will add up over time for our good buddy Rusty. I think I don't know exactly how they do it. I know that you get it's fractions of a cent, but I mean, yeah, he's right, it does add up. You get clicks. They got, I don't know, they got about 5 different categories of how they calculate your pay, but all I look at is the ad rate, and the ad rates are really low right now because it's the summertime. They go up starting about, I guess October, November are probably the highest, and that's good. I'm looking forward to that. Thank you, PJ Frog. This is Joyce on RV toilet problems. Gentle hands are a must when dealing with plastic pipes. Boy, if that ain't the truth, I found that out. You can't use a wrench to tighten nuts, plastic nuts on plastic fittings. You just shouldn't, in my opinion. You can, but your odds of stripping them out are very high. This is Michael on RV Tiny Home. My parents were full-timers for about 10 years. They now live in Kerrville, Texas, in an over 50 park. There's a lot of them over there in Kerrville, Texas. They rent the land and live in a manufactured home. Yeah, I've looked at some places like that. Nice place, and when I visit, it seems most of the town that I saw was on the older side. Yeah, there's a lot of people retired and living in Fredericksburg, Texas. I drive through Fredericksburg when I go see them, and that's a nice place too. Yeah, in Fredericksburg, Texas, it is very nice actually. Fredericksburg, I love it. Kerrville, Texas is nice too. I like both of those little towns. Scott says, cool tiny homes, Rusty. Thank you, Scott. This is Jay Glisby. Rusty, I think that box is 53 feet in length. You could be right. I'm not sure. I didn't say anywhere, but yeah, you're right. It's a long box. He's talking about the tiny homes containers, the container. This is an old video I did about old friends. I don't know what it was. It's been so long ago. It says, I like your singing voice. Sing us some Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Matt said that. Same video. Matt says, I can't see you living in a place like downtown Atlanta or Chicago. I can't either. I don't think I could do it. Tiny Homes, Scott, you still have your LG Stylo 2 phone, Rusty? I have an LG something from Verizon. It's an LG. It's the cheapest one they've got. The cheapest LG they've got at Verizon. And it works good. It's okay. I'm not complaining. This is David on RV Tiny Home. Some good advice on a subject I'm very interested in. Great to hear your perspective, Rusty. Thank you, David. David's been around a long time on this channel. Diana, pickup camper. I was out camping when I did this video. I'm thinking of getting a 1980 Chevy Shark bus, making it into my tiny house, and I keep flip-flopping on what to do. It's fear of unknown or fear of breaking down, and I still want to travel. But it's either that or getting a camper and putting on a rented lot. Either way, I will have payments till I sell my truck, and either way, I will have a payments. Please, any advice? I'm not a child, but I have post PTSD from trauma that happened in my early 20s, and I have been praying and praying. Well, yeah, I don't really know how to respond to you, Diana. I mean, you know, the only way to not have any payments is to pay it off, and if you don't have the money to pay it off, well, you know, I don't know what to say, other than to hang on to it till it's paid and then make it do your thing. But, you know, payments aren't bad as long as they aren't strung out over a long period of time. I mean, you know, a couple of years goes by pretty quick. So, you know, the shorter you finance it, you'll be, of course, the bigger the payment. So I'm not sure what your budget is. All I can tell you is just be patient. Everything will work out. This is Lisa on RV Tiny Homes. Rusty, if you ever talk about the tiny house issue again, Spur, Texas. Yeah, I've heard of Spur, Texas. They actually have a tiny home community there. Is the only town in the USA that has chosen to embrace the tiny house movement. You can Google Spur, Texas and get info and who to call about available lots and what is involved in relocating there. Yeah, you really can. You can do a Google search for Spur, Texas, tiny homes, and they actually have a tiny home community. They do. This is Gavin. A lot of folks, oh, this is on the containers. Gavin says, a lot of folks are making homes from them. They really are. My biggest concern is an electrical storm. Yeah, you'd kind of be a target, wouldn't you? Oh, yeah, you would. This is Michael at Tiny Homes. He calls it a jail. Yeah, I promise you got locked in. You're not getting out. That's a fact. Fact in San Antonio. Well, I won't get into that. Matt, this is on travel trailers. Something I did on, looks like new reviews. My dad has a 2-door camper with a roof AC. What is your opinion on those? Yeah, I don't have a real opinion. I mean, if he likes it, it's good for him. You know, that's all that matters. You know, you make your own decisions in life and you live with them. I wouldn't. My first RV travel trailer had a little door, an entry door in the front and an entry door in the back. In the back there was a bedroom you could go in and out of. And you know, did I need that? No. Would I do it again? No. Scott, cool tiny home shipping containers, Rusty. Thank you, Scott. This is RV Tiny Homes. Lillian. Hope the guy asking the questions was not from the state of Texas. Hearing this, more rain here, cooler too. Thank God. Rain sounds nice. 5,000 feet will save you from floods predicted. Pick near top of hill. Well, I don't think we're going to have that. If we do, then I'm going to build me an ark like Noah. RV Tiny Homes. Hey Rusty, this is Jeff. He says, hey Rusty, what is a three-peckered possum and why do they pee a lot? Well, everyone knows what a three-peckered possum is. It is a possum with three peckers. I just made it up. There was a guy that used to be on here every now and then called Cajun something, and he said something about a two-peckered possum, peeing like a two-peckered possum. And basically that just means the possum had to urinate really bad. But I just made all that crap up. And you know, what it is I talk about drinking 3 or 4 quarts of water a day, and I do. And I pee a lot. And you know, I often said, you know, pee like a Russian racehorse. Well, the reason Russian racehorses pee is because when you drug a horse, it causes the horse to urinate quite frequently. And so anyway, there's a whole story there, but basically it all ties into drinking a lot of water, and you got to flush out your system. And anyway, Shady Vista says could be that they have 3 sets of kidneys, 3 bladders, along with the 3 peckers, producing an inordinate amount of urine. See, that's true too. It's just something I made up, Jeff. Anyway, SRM Tiny Homes Containers, great video, Rusty. I'm actually considering. I actually considered buying 3 of these containers at $3,000 each in near new condition. Recently, when the war seemed to be inevitable, to convert into underground shelter to put on my 45 acres in the country for the just-in-case type scenario. These containers can be easily made into a fantastic tiny home. Usually, when you buy them for a small fee, the seller will deliver them. It says, for giggles and grins, here are a couple of videos. He's got a couple of links. This is Jackson on MyPod or Runaway, and it says, who still wears Crocs? I do. I've been wearing Crocs for 15 years. I love them. I do. That's my own. I've got 2 pairs of shoes, one for walking, you know, or hiking, and one for just chilling out, and I wear Crocs. I do. I love it. And they last forever, man. They're cheap. Check them out. RV Tiny Homes, Shady Vista. You mentioned checking yourself out. I did. If you find yourself losing your independence and not allowing yourself to be taken care of by organizations that deal with the infirmed, some of the western states like Oregon have assisted suicide, I believe. Would you consider driving over there on your next camping trip and doing a report on that state? Yeah, it's just right over down the street. It's only about 2,000 miles. Sure, Shady Vista, I'll just run out there and check it out. No, just do a Google search. It'd save me a lot of driving. You know, I'm not worried about who has assisted suicide and who doesn't and all that crap. I just feel I'll take care of me. Okay. Whatever I feel like needs to be done, I'll do, and that's the end of that. This is Matt. Comment call. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Well, you're close. Patricia. Thank you though, Matt. Patricia on Tiny Homes. For people interested in finding land to put a tiny home on, they should watch Becky's Homestead on YouTube. If you go back and look through her videos, she tells you how to find rural land for little to no money down and with not so good credit. Yeah, what happens when you find stuff like that though, with not so good credit and little to no money down, the interest rate is going to be through the ceiling if you finance it. But that's your choice. That is what she did, and she built her own tiny house. It's a good channel with a lot of good information. Well, thank you, Patricia. Scott says, cool buying a Road Trek. Rusty, I'm not buying a Road Trek. I thought about it. Scott says, cool comment call. Thank you. Gray Ghost. Rusty, how are you? I'm fine, Gray. How are you doing today? This is Monday, July the 24th. This is comment call. Sarah J. She says, Rusty, how you have it pared down and organized with your home base. Home RV and White House and everything is awesome. Yeah, I love it. I mean, and it wasn't by accident. I actually planned this. Good idea on your build out if you ever want a Class B to your own low mile specs. They are just so and too darn expensive as pre-built, and I do agree on artificial intelligence and robots doing work and control issues scary. Let me tell you something, folks. For those of you that aren't keeping up with artificial intelligence, and it's not one of these doom and gloom things. It would behoove you in any profession. I don't care what you're into. You're not exempt from being put out of work by artificial intelligence, or commonly referred to as AI. So my advice to you, if you're still employed, is be aware of what's coming down the pipe, because you may walk in one day and a computer says, "You are no longer on the payroll, Mr. Smith," you know, and that's how it'll happen. This is Wandering Travels, please. Something. Roll on, Rusty. And yes, all the little saying are true, because I've tried breathing through the nose, etc. We love you, Crusty Rusty. Well, you know, it's the little things that'll keep you healthy. All right? You know, how do you build, or how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you stay healthy? One simple thing at a time. Deep breaths, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, eat good food. You know, it's pretty simple. This is Sarah, last one, Falcon travel trailer. Yeah, I remember I did that one. It's a small travel trailer you can pull with pretty much anything. It's fairly lightweight. Thanks, Rusty. Very fun to see. And this just popped up after your comment call 72317. Listened to early 724. I love looking at every little camping thing. Just glad we did it growing up. Tent and rented trailer. Owned trailer to Class C rental to Disney, to finally a little cabin on land and great fishing river. Built a shell only, and over the years bathroom and kitchen slowly added on a small piece of land we were lucky to get next to a ranch like yours, before Dad ended up ranching and sold that. It's a good long one here, but anyway, says you are safe with your cool topper. I agree, and you have awesome setup. You work and look for. Yeah, that's right. You don't find anything unless you're looking for it. But anyway, guys, that's all I'm going to do today. But having said all that, thank you very much for your comments. And you know, and it's great to get all these comments. It is, because you know, I get comments, of course, on every video I do since the beginning. And some of these, you know, videos I have a hard time remembering what it was about, because I've done about, I don't know, 1,300 videos over a year or two, and it's not easy to remember what I say, because I don't have a script, you know. So, but anyway, having said that, enjoy your life, enjoy your day. That's what it's all about, man. It's just right here, right here. Don't worry about, you know, stand guard at the door of your mind. You know, don't let the media is going to get really good, okay? And the reason they're going to get really good, and so is social media. Social media is not going to be just social media. In fact, it already isn't. You know, there's corporations that have YouTube channels. There's corporations that have Facebook pages, Twitter and Tweet and all that stuff. And, you know, they're out there. They're not stupid. And what are they using it for? They're using it to put forward an agenda, theirs, to get in your pocket and separate you from your money. And also to train you to do certain things. I mean, if you walk into a store and all of a sudden your little hand just reaches out for a product that you never really thought of before, there's a good reason for that. Probably that little marketing group climbed in your head subliminally, and planted a little seed, and it works. You know, and they're getting better and better at that now. With AI, these things, you won't even know it's happening. I mean, I promise you that the mathematical algorithms that build on themselves and learn, the learning algorithms, they get very good very quickly. And you'll see news stories that a human never was involved in, because the algorithm pulls in the info from all the available sources on the internet and comes up with a story. And it's full of facts, or so-called facts. And it is interesting, but it's there for one reason. It's to get in your head and to move you to do something in the future that you may not have done otherwise. And is that good or bad? I'm just telling you it's happening. That's all I know. Because they have just about mapped the human brain. They know how our brain works. They've mapped the human genome. They know who we are. So knowing that and how to manipulate it is not far apart. I guarantee you it's not. And is that bad? How do you guard against it? Well, the only way you can really guard against it is just guard against what goes into your mind. And again, that, television, even going to a movie now is loaded with ads. I mean, a guy picks up a can of Budweiser or drinks a Coke or drives a certain type automobile and all that. That's, of course, they've been doing that since the movie industry started. I mean, Dragnet was sponsored by Ford or somebody, and that's all you saw, all these old TV, and it's the same way today. And does it work? If it didn't work, they wouldn't do it. All right? Anyway, having said that, guys, thumbs up from Central Texas. Thumbs up, Carpe Diem. Adios, bye-bye, buy USA made. Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day will not hurt you. You may pee-pee like a racehorse or a 2 or 3 peckered possum, which we know exists, because a 3 peckered possum is artificial it's artificial possum intelligence is what it is. And also take deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, a deep breath, and then let it out slowly, because that relieves stress, and relieving stress will do what? Lower your blood pressure. Lowering your blood pressure makes you feel better. You'll live longer. Is that good? I think so. And stretch, walk. Don't just sit down on your sofa all day. If you're watching a long movie or something, stand up. Do I remember to do all these things all the time? No, but I do remember to do them most of the time, and that helps. I mean, I'm still here. I don't take any medication at all, and I'm 72 years old. And do I plan on taking any medication? Not really, ever. Would I? Yeah, sure. If I had a bacterial infection, of course I would, or a fungus or something that medicine can do something for, I would. But for viruses, you can only get symptomatic relief. Same as, cancer is a virus. So, there's nothing they can do about that. They can give you symptomatic relief. The only way they can kill the cancer is to kill you. And they do. So anyway, having said that, thumbs up. Bye-bye, guys. Enjoy your day from Central Texas, USA, and my travel trailer. Bye-bye.